So I began looking at the scientific literature. I was looking at this scalar energy, anything I could find on zero-point energy, scalar energy, quantum zero-point fluctuations of the vacuum, I think is a more technical physics term that they use in the literature. And it turned out that there really were scientific papers that were being published by a number of different scientists, Hal Puthoff, Bernard Hayes, Alfonso Rueda, who just happened to work at Lockheed Skunk Works, by the way. So I started noticing the names and where they worked and what they do, what they were talking, what they're publishing. And it occurred to me that, maybe these are people who have some insider. So I started looking at that. I started looking at the things that Hal Puthoff had said.
In the middle of last century, physicists made an astounding discovery. And that is what we ordinarily consider empty space isn't empty at all. Even if you go to the far reaches of outer space, it turns out that rather than emptiness, what we call the vacuum is really a seething cauldron of what we call quantum energy, or zero-point energy. Zero point just simply means that even if you froze the entire universe down to absolute zero, froze out all motion, where everything would be as quiet as you could possibly get it, this energy is still there. It was predicted by the mathematics of quantum theory, but the numbers were so large. For example, there's enough energy in the volume of a coffee cup to evaporate the world's oceans. It was thought, well, this must be some kind of artifact of the theory. But as time went on, various predictions in quantum theory were verified in the laboratory, and it finally turned out we had to take these numbers seriously.
So I opened up a correspondence with Hal Puthoff, and he was very gracious in taking time to talk to me on the phone, send me copies of the peer-reviewed papers that he had published in Physics Review, Physics A, Physics B, and I couldn't understand the mathematics with all these Greek symbols, and I mean it was really advanced theoretical stuff. And